morning, y'all. 7:31 on a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday. Your boy Javari Warfield in the building, along with Dab Dub and Simply Courtney, doing our thing. The Wednesday edition of the Morning Grind. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah. Back in the building.
Yes, back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Yo.
He's black and back in the building.
Man, I'm telling you, this is a mission, not a small time thing. Let me tell you about what happened when the phone went. Well, I was cooling at the crib with this girl, Suzanne, and everything was going just according to plan when the phone rang. Yo, I couldn't believe it. Told myself to ignore it. Forget it. Leave it. Man, y'all know where I'm going with that. We on a mission.
Yeah.
Special ed.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how'd that make you feel?
Oh,
That was
nostalgic.
1990.
That was, let's see, I had a high top fade.
Right?
Yeah.
Special ed he's like, I think he's part West Indian.
Right.
So you didn't know what he was.
Yeah, right. Because we was like, yo, let me get that. Bruh, you need jeans to have what he got
Yes, sir.
going up top.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know, I found out about him is that he did a lot of promoting of other artists.
Okay.
Like he would put other artists on like in a concert.
Yeah.
Like in shows.
Nice.
I was like, wow, okay, that's really cool. I never knew that. Because like I figured he did some records and he disappeared. But bruh was actually he was about his business back in the day.
Young Buck, let me explain
Talk
this
to
to
me.
you. So the gentleman we're referring to in 1990, let's say you're a sophomore in high school.
Okay.
And then you pop off with not only that verse, that song that I gave you is called A Mission, but you blow up in the rap game.
Boom.
And that at that point, I'm going to just say with that song, you were at least top 10
Sizzle.
without being. How would you handle that as a sophomore?
How would I
Courtney?
handle that?
Yeah.
Man, I'd have dropped out. I wouldn't even been
Yeah.
I would have been a sophomore and that'd have been it.
That's it.
I would have not been a junior. I'm being real, dude. 'Cause-
Better graduate me now.
yeah, because I can come back and get this. I got to ride this heat.
Dude, he was that hot, and it was a phenomenal time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
I remember not crime. Yeah, I think it's Crime Mob. The Nuck If You Buck people.
Oh, yeah,
They
yeah.
did that in high school.
Oh,
I think there's a handful of artists. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, but there are a lot of people that they popped in high school.
Yeah.
That is the wildest
yeah.
thing.
DJ Jazzy Jeff, Fresh Prince.
Man,
Yeah.
you can't tell
Yep.
me nothing if I
Yep.
pop in high school.
Yeah,
I know.
You out.
I get it.
You
I,
out.
I get it though.
Yeah.
But I get it though. You're a kid still, but man.
All you can do is just hope that you got great mentorship around you.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I remember Reebok
Uh-huh.
when Allen Iverson was hot. They didn't give him all his money up front.
Yeah.
They put some in a trust fund, which he's living off of now because he blew all that.
Yeah, he
and,
blew it.
and so at the bare bones of it, man, you hope you got that person in your camp. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, one of the things when you have that kind of money, here's the thing about money. And they never is one thing that is never taught in school and not taught to our
Us.
brothers. Yes, not to. Thank you. Yeah. Mic drop. We're not taught how to deal with money, right? Because it looks like when if somebody drop you $10 million, that's like, woo, I'm good for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
But if you don't learn how to manage that 10 and understand that half of that 10 is going to the IRS, and then and then you got people to take care of. Everybody got somebody needs a knee replacement, or somebody needs to open up a chicken farm or something.
A giraffe.
Yeah, exactly, giraffe farm.
No, I'm buying a giraffe.
This is one of those people.
That's the Michael Jackson stuff right there.
I'm buying a giraffe. I know we supposed to be responsible and we must try to help
we though?
people though. I'm getting a giraffe. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, if I get $10 million and let's say the giraffe costs $5 million and Uncle Sam take $5 million,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a giraffe.
That's funny. That is
Do
hilarious.
you think I'm coming in here the next day with a giraffe?
Where you gonna put the giraffe? The
I
giraffe can't
don't
come
know, but y'all gonna have to raise the roof.
in. You got to get a mic for the giraffe.
Yeah, the
and some
giraffe's
headphones.
gonna have a roof. His name's gonna be
Nah,
Jeff.
man, teach your thing to crawl in.
No.
We got to change up.
He's a giraffe. He should not have to crawl.
The world ain't built for him.
He is
It's
going to
true.
be my service giraffe.
But you ain't gonna be that rich. You gotta be like
$5 million.
Bezos plus
How
Elon
much you
Musk
think a
risk.
giraffe costs? Like, it's
But
expensive. ain't it?
you modifying stuff as you go along.
You right.
Hey y'all, I'm about to pull up. Y'all better do something.
Hey, oh man,
Hit the convertible button on your house or something because we coming in.
Convertible roof, man.
Come on, can you not bring Jeff? Jeff
No,
makes me feel comfortable.
Notorious B.I.G. said it best with his line. He said, I got lawyers watching lawyers, so I won't go broke. Now check it. Remember that?
Smart.
Yep.
And that's where you got to do, because you also hear about some NBA players that got took because they just trusted one dude.
Yep.
Right.
And that dude said, man, this is a windfall.
Yeah.
And part of it is because Simply Courtney dropped out of high school as a sophomore.
And bought a
So I'm
giraffe.
about to get him. I'm about to get
They
him.
got the picture of me just sitting on the giraffe. Where did it all go wrong? I got a cowboy hat on. They're like, where do you think he went wrong? And it's just a picture of me on the giraffe.
What the rest of us know, Jabari,
Yeah.
we know. Remember Mike Tyson had the white tiger?
Yeah.
He
Yes, sir.
did.
He ain't got it no
slept
more.
with a
No.
tiger. He had a tiger in his house.
No mo.
Yeah, man.
You
He might.
sure he ain't got the tiger no more?
Oh, I'm positive.
They repossessed the tiger.
When he went to jail, that thing had to go.
Yeah, because you got to take care of it. That's
long
a
time
maintenance.
ago.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You talking about maintenance on an animal like that? Oh, yes.
And he didn't have a circle.
No.
No, when
anymore.
Customato was gone, yeah, his life it was.
Did
it was
Customato
different.
take care of the tiger?
Well, I think Cuss had already died by that point.
So nobody took care of the tiger?
Nobody took care
Oh,
of
he
the
had turned that thing back
Are we sure
Sure.
the tiger isn't still there?
We may have to go do a jailhouse
Tiger
visit
World,
to Tiger King. I bet he could tell us.
Yeah.
Tiger
what had
World,
happened.
check.
Yeah,
He said,
what
"Oh,
had
no,
happened
I
was-
got that one at the crib. That one, I got it now.
How long do
That's
tigers
sad.
normally live anyway?
Yeah.
Man, y'all making me sad, man.
Since lions,
Y'all
tigers,
think-
and giraffes. Oh my!
Y'all think the tiger's okay?
We doing this? Is this the kids version? We talk about zoo animals.
I like giraffes first and foremost.
Right.
Everything else is whatever.
Is he
That's it.
overcompensating, Jabari, by
Who,
liking
me?
giraffes?
By liking the giraffe because the
Yeah,
giraffe
'cause I
got
wanna
long
be
necks.
Does he
small.
have small hands?
You know what?
No,
Jabari,
we
and that's why he
talking
likes.
about-
Courtney 6'18".
Like-
That ain't nothing
No,
small on
that's
that
not-
boy.
Hey, I know a lot of dudes
Small.
can't palm a basketball.
Okay, well, yeah,
That's why they got to cup it.
Hey, hold on. Let me check and make sure my hands aren't bigger than my face. Ow! I fell for it. Oh.
Do not put your hands on your face, man.
Why
Don't
he
do that.
why he do it so hard?
I know. I know.
That hand don't like that hand was waiting for that.
Yeah,
Can't
well,
let the other hand. Wait, hold on. Here we go. You can't let your right hand know what your left hand gonna do. Is that how it goes?
Hey, Jabari,
Something like that.
10 to 15 years according to Smithsonian National Zoo.
What?
Okay.
Tiger's life expectancy.
That's
Really?
a good
So
life.
yeah,
though.
Tiger gone.
Yeah, he's
He
got.
He gone.
He been going on.
He in tiger heaven. He in the zoo with Courtney's imaginary giraffe.
He hanging out with Steve Irwin.
Yeah, he is.
Dang.
Yeah,
Oh,
unfortunately.
my
R.I.P. to
Yeah.
Mike Tyson's tiger.
Yes, sir.
What do y'all think he named it? Like he had to name it something soft. He could not name it.
Yeah.
Punch.
Something he couldn't pronounce.
Come here,
So every
uppercut.
time he had to say it, you know,
Right.
he was like, "Hey,
Rascal.
Constantinople,
Oh my god.
come over here."
Yeah, Timbuktu, come over here. Oh my gosh! Can you imagine? That would be pretty crazy. to
He's the
see.
most intimidating person. For him to have a tiger just makes sense.
Yeah, of course, because he was. I mean, can you imagine if you saw Mike Tyson,
Yeah.
walking down and he was just chilling and he was open to speak to you? Would you say, "Hey, Mr. Tyson, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
No.
Can I get a selfie?" Would you do
No.
it? No. Why not?
Because I'm scared.
So, it's so funny. The ASPCA talked about what happened to Mike Tyson's tiger, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
So he had 3 of them total.
Right.
Yeah, 3.
Named Kenya,
Called it.
Storm. Hey, Borth, come here, Borth.
Borth.
Boris.
Oh, I thought you said yeah.
Oh, Boris or Borth?
Yeah, so it was Kenya,
Yeah.
Storm, and Borth.
Yeah.
Borth,
Man.
come here, Borth.
Man, I'm
That
telling
is
you.
funny.
Hey, Mike better not be in Austin, man, because I'm gonna need an escort to the car.
You gonna have to pull a Jamie Foxx and do the impression. Come on.
Yeah, y'all be running the show by yourself because I can see the
I ain't
window.
coming out.
If I can see, I'm gonna be the first person to see Mike, and if y'all see me make for the exit, you know why.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
he
live
was
in the studio.
Yes, sir.
You might. 'Cause
Yes,
you're like,
sir.
come on out.
Exactly.
I just want to talk. You do the
I just want to
impression.
talk.
Do
Yeah, I
it.
know you got some time for me.
This-
Come on.
this the
Hey,
jokes is
that was
funny.
good, Jabari.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you very
the
much.
warm up for his Jake Paul fight, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Dang, he
yeah.
is fighting that kid.
Exactly. 740 at 88.7 FM KAZI. Good morning, y'all. It's the morning doing. What's up, fellas?
Hi.
Yo, how are you? How are you doing,
I
sir?
am so curious on
Go for it.
how and why do we even talk to each other during the breaks? Because half the stuff we talk about should have been
It really
Yeah.
should have been,
in
man.
the rundown, and I feel bad, like
Just-
we robbing the people.
Just rewind the tape, man.
We
Just
need
rewind
behind
the
the
tape.
scenes,
Yo,
bro. I told you.
I want to ask y'all a question.
All right.
I want your reaction. The Jets fired their head coach and then had security escort him from the building.
That's
Wow.
So I want to know if that happened to you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Are you taking stuff with you? Like, why you
Yes.
got to be escorted? What would y'all do in a situation?
I'm gonna get okay. So just to kind of even touch on a sport thing that maybe just happened a few nights ago, where a guy got kicked out, he got forcibly removed from the Lakers game.
Right.
That's how I'm getting removed. If you removing me, Jabari, let me tell you,
All right.
if you removing me, you gonna have to physically carry me out.
Man, I feel for the fool
I'm
that's got to
tearing
carry
something
you out.
up.
Yeah.
I'm tearing something. I'm gonna grab some of these cushions. I'm grabbing at the sign. I'm a scream because listen. They said he couldn't talk to his players.
Yep.
I thought that was wrong. They said he couldn't hit. I bet you his card didn't work. I promise you, he tried to scan in and they said,
And he was done.
he said, hey, hold up. He tried to call help. He called the help desk. They did one of his
The
things.
help desk, get that red light.
This some cold stuff when you walk into a place you've been fired. When you walk in and the reception says, he's here. Hey, how are you doing? And
Okay.
you're like, your name, my name is oh.
Sorry.
I got muted.
That's my bad. No, that wasn't you. That
You're
was
about
you.
to get escorted out
That
the
wasn't
building.
you. That was
No, the station manager called.
was my bad.
We all got the text, and we're supposed to
That
escort
was
you
my
out.
bad. Sorry.
Hey, don't make this
No,
uncomfortable.
you
man.
wasn't. Here's the thing. It wasn't. You just didn't hear yourself. That was
Courtney,
my bad.
He's
dude.
lying. Courtney, don't make this
You okay?
uncomfortable.
No, seriously.
Courtney,
My feelings got.
Yeah, you got to go.
Wait, I gotta go.
Can you just walk out?
No.
Don't make it a scene, man.
I'm gonna make
Not
a
on the
scene.
air.
Do not walk out.
What they say? Have your dignity. Listen, have some dignity. Have some dignity, Courtney. No dignity,
Hey,
no death.
no
For those who
no
don't
dignity.
know, we got goldfish in the lobby. Something tell me Courtney gonna try to take the
taking
goldfish with him too.
I'm taking the tank. I'm taking the tank. I'm not even gonna cap. I'm gonna make a scene because I want you to remember. I'm gonna look out. I'm gonna look at y'all
Yeah.
outside. I'm gonna cry a little bit in the parking lot.
What?
And I want one person just to look back at me and feel bad. Because if I get one of y'all to feel bad when I'm getting kicked out, I did my job.
It'll be Jabari.
Did you go? Why has it got to be me?
Cause
Why
I
gotta
got,
be you?
I got stuff I got to
It's
do.
not gonna be you, Jabbar. You
But-
better look through that.
Yeah,
the
I'm
whole
gonna be
Jabari,
like-
it's got to be you.
Bruh.
better feel because he gonna
Bruh.
close the window.
Because he got kicked out of the Warfield studio.
Well, okay, all right, yeah. Here we go. You know, I was just telling myself on the way here is I got to stop carrying the heavy loads, and apparently that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Look, Dapper gonna close the window on me. He gonna,
Yeah.
he gonna close the blinds.
Hey, Jabari, he's still standing out there looking in here.
Exactly.
He's still there, ain't he? Okay, Jabari, I gotta hear your answer because I want to give y'all just one more little tidbit for
All
that
right.
and see if that changes your reaction.
If you're escorted out of the building
Yeah.
by security,
Yeah.
somebody you done messed up. Either somebody don't like you for real, or you messed up. I mean, there's times that people can just ask you, listen. We parting ways. That's just it. Get your stuff and you're good. But if somebody got to physically remove you, come on, son. You can't get. Hold up. You asked me a question.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
finish.
Yeah.
You got to. If you can't, I mean, at least because there's when you do that, there's stuff that you leave. There's personal stuff.
Yeah.
If you're going in, if you're going in to coach something, you gotta, you bring pictures of your people.
Yep.
Coffee cups and all kinds of memorabilia. You don't know what's
We'll
going
mail
to
it
happen
to
to
you.
that. You don't know what's going to happen to that.
He asked
No,
the real
man.
questions, ladies
We'll
and
mail it
gentlemen.
to you. Okay, so Jabari, I'm just you're 2-3. You're just one game out of first place in your division,
Right.
And then you play a team next week, and then with that you could ascend.
Sure.
But yeah. So that's how bad it is to do it in season.
That's
I want to
crazy.
know if this changes it up for y'all.
All right.
So his contract, he was supposed to make $5 to $7 million a year. So after getting fired, he's going to continue to make $20,000 per day for getting fired. Let me break that down to you. That's $583,000 a month.
Wow.
That's $134,000 a week.
Wow.
That's $799 an hour.
Oh.
That's $13.32 per minute
So
for
he
the,
just
for the
made
next
it-
2 years.
Just now, you just made it.
Yeah.
So you made it again.
So
You
y'all
could fire me for that. You fire.
You know, I'll walk out.
myself.
Yeah, I'll walk out.
Yeah,
I'll
walk out
Now you
myself.
can keep the coffee cup now, right,
Okay,
Jabari?
the coffee cup can say, "Let me get my pictures of my baby,
No.
my pictures of my daughter,
No.
Jabari,
and we out."
You
You
gotta
got
leave
digital
now.
copies. You got digital copies of them pictures,
Uh,
bro. You
yeah,
all right?
I know.
You be all right.
Nah, y'all understand it's the principle though.
Okay,
it's the principle
I was
of the
just
thing.
wondering though. I was
Yeah.
wondering,
I don't
will you
know.
stand on business?
I mean-
You gonna stand on the principle, or
Oh, man.
you good with the money?
No, I'm out.
The buyout.
I'm out.
Wait, if I act the fool, what happens? Because I need that in my contract. Matter of fact, I need that in my contract. I need y'all to tell me if I get fired. And I assume I'm getting fired, but if I get fired, if I act the fool, how much money do I lose? Because I just want to know because I might have act the fool money.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
Mark
true.
Cuban has FU money.
Yeah.
I
he
might
does.
have act the fool money.
All right.
Yes,
Sometimes
he
you
does.
gotta have some bail money just in case. If you know your temperament. I know my temperament. I might just keep me $1,000 or so just so I can hit the 10%, whatever it is, to make the bail. Because you talk to me crazy if you want to. I'm gonna say something in the parking lot.
$10,000, bruh. You
did
ain't do no
nothing.
damage.
I ain't did
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
That's
That's small time, son.
I'm not gonna
You knocked
break
over like
everything.
one little owl
Pencil.
of sunglasses
Yeah,
on your
I'm
way
not-
out. Come
I'm not
on,
trying
man.
to get felony.
Put on for the
This is
city.
A misdemeanor?
Put on for the city.
A class A?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you don't want
There
that.
want no felony stuff.
It's hard to spend the money from
Maybe
jail.
class B?
Fine, I'm gonna spit my gum out on the way out.
He said you can't spend the money from jail.
No, sir,
I'm
you
good.
cannot.
Hey, I got $6 million on the outside.
Yeah,
I'm on
exactly.
the inside.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
good.
Hey, y'all
Yeah.
put something on my commissary. I need you to put $6 million
Yeah. Can you put something on it?
on my books.
Yeah, no, I was kind of curious what y'all thought about that.
That
It changes when you think about what the buyout is, the payout. It kind of changes things. Now, for the record, that was part of their protocol, so they do it for everyone. It's in the protocol for the organization
Immediately.
that's what they do.
Wow.
So
That's cold.
technically, I mean,
Cold world.
they can't be sued now.
But I mean, why did they give an explanation as to why?
Oh yeah, the owner said it's on me. He said now's the time to make the change. Because their quarterback is Aaron Rodgers, and he'll old dude.
Right.
So we don't know how many seasons we're gonna have him. He may not even be healthy next year.
Right.
So let's make some changes. Because over his time there, the coach is 20-36, 20 wins, 36 losses. Now, yeah, they're only one game under 500 now, but we don't know how this is gonna turn out. But the owner said, "Man, we have an unbelievable team." And so since we have an unbelievable team, I think we have an opportunity here. So
Do you think they already have another coach in mind, or did he just say this is the time to get rid of this coach? We'll figure out the
I
search
think
for
that's
another
it.
coach.
I don't
Yeah.
think they wanted to wait till the end of the season.
I get that.
Or do it now. See what's on the horizon.
Hey, listen,
That's
they have
so crazy.
analytics out there. They may have already seen it trending towards whatever.
They're gonna
but-
go get Dion and his son.
Man, they better leave Dion alone. Leave my
now they
Dion alone.
can do it with the New York media.
Yeah.
Man, that would be amazing.
I hope they leave that man
Bring his
alone.
son in
Yeah.
to play behind Aaron Rodgers because you ain't got long. You learn from Aaron Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did I just come up off that? Man, I'm telling you, that's the conspiracy. That's the
the
one right
conspiracy?
there. That's the one.
How much?
That's what you do.
How much? I want a real number.
Well,
how much you
if
think?
that guy's getting $5 to $7 million a year,
Right.
Robert Saleh, Coach Prime he's at least gonna get $10 million a year.
Prime, yeah, at least 10.
At least.
At
10?
least 10. Oh,
At
yeah.
least.
At
do you think
least.
that moves the needle for him, or do you think he's still going to be like?
Yeah, because he gets the New York media.
Okay.
I think he can fly in, fly
he
out. He
just started
still
the show.
owns that property in Dallas, so he can
Right.
still fly back major airport.
Right.
And then of course you run an organization where you only answer to the one guy,
Right.
that guy,
Right.
and that guy wanted you.
And this ain't Jerry Jones. This is you. You have to run the
exactly.
show. 10 million. You think can make him leave?
I think. Oh, man. Honestly, I bet 8 would make him leave.
Oh man.
But
Come
I
on,
think
Colorado.
The
Come
right
on,
situation.
Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Colorado,
Yeah,
don't let
I
him
think
leave.
the
Don't
right
let him leave.
situation.
Yeah, because it's not only going to be the money; it's got to be the rest of the situation. There's other stuff I think that go along with that. Where you live, how you get it. How the money's coming in and all of that. I think the right situation, yeah, he probably would. I think a lot of people actually when Prime got the gig at Colorado, and then everybody was talking about, well, whether what, is he going to stay? Is he
Yeah.
going to go to another team?
Right.
Is he just is this just kind of a step ladder? A lot of people were judging him as to what he's what his next move was going to be, and he's still there.
I was worried that was Florida State between me and y'all. I thought Florida State was going to come after
Oh,
him.
yes, sir.
They dropped the ball.
Well, so for the record, they're still losing games.
Yes,
right?
they are. Yes, sir.
So because they're still losing games, it could totally be a thing come off season.
Their recruiting
yeah.
class took the hit.
He's literally he would inject so much into that program. So my guess was Florida State because he's been adamant about not wanting to go to the pro leagues because he said if it's grown men making more money than you, you might have to fight them to get them to do something. If you talk to me, I'm gonna have to hit you, something like that.
So if the
love
highest
that.
paid coaches are making $25 million a year in the NFL,
Right.
second is 18. Harbaugh, who just left Michigan, went to the LA Chargers. He's making 16.
that means he made more than what he was making. In
So but now he has already coached in the NFL.
He's coached, though, yeah.
He had Colin Kaepernick. If you remember, they went to a Super Bowl. They went to
Right.
NFC Championship.
Right.
So they was a play away from making it to 2 Super Bowls.
Right.
So with that resume, so I'm not gonna say they're equal. So with that resume, yeah, man, you go and put double figures on it. Because right now, Coach Prime's making $5.5 million at Colorado.
Right.
So you double that up. Yeah, I'm out. And a chance maybe to coach my sons.
Yeah,
Remember?
Sons.
Ooh,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
forgot. You got two.
Yeah, he got two.
You
of
bring
them. He got
another
two
one
of them.
in, at least on special teams or something.
Man, I would tell him to like literally. I don't know. Can you take your name out of the draft?
Oh no, but you could. The Mannings did it. Remember, Eli told the Chargers, "Don't come get me. Y'all better go get the other dude."
Right.
Don't and Phillip Rivers.
Let's flop.
And they didn't get him, and so the Giants then had the opportunity.
Right.
And at that time, the Giants weren't killing it.
Right.
But again, New York media and the Mannings played that game.
They did.
And then same thing, Bronny, Clutch Sports said, don't mess with us.
Right.
We will go play in Australia if y'all draft us.
Oh, he was serious.
Yeah.
That they literally said that.
Yeah.
And it worked out. Second round, 55th pick. Now he's playing with his dad.
I heard Golden State had interest in him, so you're 100% correct. Clutch was
if
playing.
Steve Kerr was smart,
Yeah.
he would do that.
Oh, that would have been crazy.
That'd
That'd have
been
been
crazy.
That'd have been the chess
Yeah.
move of the
Yes,
decade.
it would have been.
Because then
That'd be
LeBron would be like, "Well, you know, I ain't happy about it, but I guess I'm about to pull up in the
And
Golden
I got to
State."
go play with Steph in Golden State.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, he missed.
So
the
the
moment.
Lakers had and Clutch Sports.
But they meant.
They
what
had
said.
they had to step up.
They meant what they said.
Not to mention, I know LeBron wants to finish at least this contract in LA.
I think he should just finish his career in L.A. I know he can
probably
do whatever
should.
he wants. If he doesn't go to L.A., you know what I'd be cool with him going back to? I'd be cool with him either going back to Miami or going back to Cleveland.
Yo, my good
Probably
homie
Miami.
just moved
No,
back to
I'd take
Cleveland.
Miami.
So
Yeah.
shout out Andrew. He just moved back. He's from Cleveland. Moved down to ATL. Just moved back to Cleveland. So, Cleveland rocks.
Do you think
The LeBron
Yeah, it
effect.
because Dan Gilbert's still there, right?
Yeah.
Do
yes.
you think Dan Gilbert would give him like equity stake in the team once
Nope.
he retired? No?
No.
Come on.
He's already too big.
man.
And because Dan Gilbert likes to
Yeah.
be the face,
Yeah.
You're
like
right.
like his ego is such that.
You ain't
That's
lying.
why he wrote that scathing
Ooh,
letter.
he was hurt.
For those who don't know, he wrote that letter to LeBron when LeBron went
When he left the first time.
Miami, and he was like,
We're gonna win a championship
what we-
before you ever do.
We were talking about burning bridges.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't burn bridges,
Come
man.
on, man.
You cannot burn bridges. But I mean, LeBron's tough enough and is deep economically in sports and in
Right.
everything else in our everyday lives. What he can write his own ticket. I don't think he'll ever have a problem doing that.
So it's gonna be the Las Vegas team, is what everybody keeps saying. They said when
Yeah.
he retires,
Yeah.
he's coming because right now there's a clause in the NBA's whatever it is where no current playing player
Yes.
can own. I guess parts of teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you have guys like Kevin Durant who have very diverse portfolios.
Yes.
Steph Curry, obviously. LeBron James, obviously. I think there's 2 or 3 more out there that have these giant checkbooks that I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't try to own part of
Yeah.
their team.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. That's
Because
but-
LeBron would absolutely probably be trying to own
And
the
he
team
can keep
right now.
his LA house.
Yeah.
I
Oh, he
also
travels.
everybody's geographical knowledge here. I used to live in LA.
Talk about it.
3-hour drive to Vegas if you didn't know.
Ooh.
So, but he got helicopters.
Oh yeah.
So
Kobe.
just imagine
Yeah.
that ain't nothing for him then. To get from LA to Vegas, that's nothing.
That's
in
nothing.
a helicopter.
In a drive, it really ain't nothing.
Dang.
Seriously,
It's
it
not.
really
You
is.
say
Oh,
3
It's
hours.
a fun drive. Yes, sir.
That's 3 hours.
That's nothing.
Bro, I go 3 hours. I'm barely at the coast.
Son, that's, we were there
I
on the
never realized
regular.
it was only 3 hours.
Me and wifey.
Yeah.
We was there on the regular.
Wow, nice.
I never realized it was like only 3 hours.
Yeah,
I thought it
man.
was like a 6-7 hour drive.
No.
Nah, it's real close, man.
You
Yeah.
going to Corpus?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Shout out to Corpus.
Shout out to
But,
Corpus.
but
What's
hey,
up, Corpus?
the world don't be talking about Corpus.
No.
The world talks about Vegas.
You ain't lying.
And there's
That's
your
very true.
perspective.
Viva Las
Very true.
Vegas.
It's 821 on 88.7 FM KAZI. We're going to come back. You had mentioned Colin Kaepernick, and I got a question for y'all when we
Yay.
come back. And also, we're going to talk about Method Man and his bout with depression.
Okay.
Is that something that he's dealing with, or is that something that a lot of us are dealing with? A lot of brothers are dealing with. We'll get back to that. Yes, name a better duo in hip-hop. I'll wait.
That was fun.
Method Man, Redman.
That was such a fun like
Yeah,
video.
man.
How high?
Yeah, man. Rock
High that I
Wild.
can touch the sky.
How
Yes, sir.
So
sick.
slick that y'all can. All right. So he was
Old Saint Nick.
did that.
It's
There you
we're
go.
not too far away from it.
Right turn. Make a right turn, bro.
Heavy. Right turn in 500 feet.
Exactly.
That's exactly what we did. Such a good duo there, man. They're getting their flowers. I saw a concert, a performance recently, and Method Man was performing.
Right.
And then Redman came out. Reggie
Hey,
Noble, man.
they
Brick
killed
City.
Yeah.
First album I ever bought. I really do think Doc's the Name is the first album I ever personally
That's
bought.
the one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Redman has actually gotten, I think, is it's interesting to watch his transition because
Mm-hmm.
when he started out, he was just Redman. You
Right,
know what I mean?
right.
He
Yeah.
was rough. He was, all about
Uh-huh.
it. He would wear he would wear tissue in his nostril, like seasoned tissue. Yeah, well, he said because his nose would bleed and he didn't want to bleed on anybody while he's performing.
Okay.
But he would walk around with it. He'd take pictures with it, and it's like the craziest thing. It's like, why does his brother have tissue in his nose? Taking a picture with it, But I mean, he's all like, if you see a lot of these guys, man, they're all about their health.
Yeah,
they're working out.
They look good.
Yeah, man.
All of them.
They're working out.
Yeah.
They're taking care of themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're drinking, juice and eating better food and working out, and Redman's jumping out of airplanes and all kind of straight. It's like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But we were talking a little bit off air about just a subject I wanted to bring up is in a recent interview, Method Man opened up to Fat Joe. Fat Joe has a show that he's doing and so Redman was talking about, Method Man was talking about his bouts of depression, and he was saying that, sometimes he said, quote, I wonder what this person's doing, call them, check on them, see how they're doing, or find some way to get in contact with them. It never hurts. You never have any idea how much that could mean to someone. He said that depression never really goes away. You just learn how to deal with it. He said, I have bouts with it. And, and he said he shared a moment where he had a text from a friend who was just checking on him, and all he did is send him like emojis, right? But he said, somebody's thinking about me, somebody cares about me. And I remember actually during the pandemic, I was reading an article on him about how he had a hard time sleeping, had insomnia big time. And as a creative, I can see that. And, as a performer, I could see somebody, not being able to go out and do what they do. And then having that stifling of, not having a place to perform. He said he would go to the gym and he started working out, right? And he would work out like all the time. And that's, why, now he's Diesel, right? You walk in, women go, my checkbook start flying, credit cards start flying, phone numbers start flying, all kinds of stuff.
Braziers start flying.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen him on a couple shows.
Yeah.
Here recently.
Yeah, he was on Tamron Hall.
Yep.
And
I saw that.
And women lost their minds.
That's why he took off the jacket. You saw he was like, let me go and show off the guns a little bit.
Exactly. But he was actually struggling with depression and still struggles with it. And I was actually having a conversation with someone, I don't remember where it is, I think it was up here at the station, about how us as men, we have a hard time carrying that because of the expectations. That's not to say the sisters don't carry their load. I know they do. I come from one of the strongest women God ever created, and I know she held it down. But we can just speak from a man's perspective, and a black man's perspective is that what do we do when things start to get tough for us? Where do we go? How do we deal? Of course, we go to our Bibles. Of course, we go to our God. But other than that, when things get too tough for us, on the human end, how do we deal with it?
I already can tell you how I deal with it. It's the same way that he did. Physical inactivity just allows you to just kind of stick and stay.
Right.
And so you got to get in that gym. And a lot of people do that. You ever see somebody break up, get out of a relationship, and then first thing you know, we got all them gym selfies because they working on themselves.
Yeah.
But I think that's what you should do. Start getting some dopamine, start getting those internal reactions. And so I won't have physical inactivity. Plus, you got a lot of free time on your hands.
Yeah, you do.
So we was talking off air, and I was like, "Yo, when I was single, I was out on that bike.
Yeah,
I was out on two, doing my thing.
Yeah.
And brother can't be depressed while he got that engine going.
No.
And then the other thing is, you got to be aware and stay off of the substance. No substance abuse.
No drinking,
because it can take you down a bad path. Especially when you're going through some stuff. Like if you're going, my example was going through breakups, like a serious relationship. So those are the things. And finally, don't be socially isolated. Like lean on your boys, your crew.
Yeah.
Go play some ball when they ask you to come out. Don't sit around and sulk, because I think it just compounds on you.
That's the hardest part, is to be around people that have either one you hadn't seen in a while, or those that have been used to seeing you as part of a couple.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now you have the shame of having to go around people and you feel like you failed.
Yeah.
I think that when that happens, you feel like you dropped the ball, like you're less than, like you're unloved, whatever. And now you got to go around people and like, oh, look, there's that single by himself person. I don't know, man. Finding something fun.
Yeah.
But also embracing being by yourself, which is one of the weirdest things that I've given people when they've asked me about like going. Like I have a few friends that are going through divorces and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've said sometimes you got to embrace being by yourself. One of the hardest things for me was the fact that I needed somebody to like I do shows, I perform.
Yeah.
And after I perform, my significant other was the person that I would call. If we weren't together, I'd call and tell them about how the show went. I had to learn how to be okay with not having somebody to reach out to. One of my issues that I had, and this is me personally, I would get done with a show, let's say at 11 o'clock, and I'd have like a 4-hour drive or a 3-hour drive, whatever, back home. And I'm done at, let's say, 11 o'clock. By the time I'm getting home, it's almost 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. Most people that I knew weren't awake at that time.
Yeah.
So I had a few friends that I would be trying to call, and they'd be asleep. And I'd be like, well, I can't disrupt these people's sleep patterns. Now, you can find people that match your sleep, your awake patterns and all that. But also you can learn how to become self-sufficient when it comes to not always needing somebody to give you feedback right then and there. Mm-hmm. And when you go through a breakup, you sometimes allow, and I know we're talking more about breakups and not more about life and when it comes to like just being sad about anything.
Right.
But I think that you have to be able to control you, trying to find others to go to that club,
Yeah.
to go to that party, to go to that movie, to go on that trip.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. And so being able to do stuff yourself. I've been in that situation where I wanted to do this thing, and eventually I had to do it. We have a great example right now, ACL. We have this big old festival here.
Yes.
And there are so many people I'd imagine that want to go to that thing with their groups of friends. Some of your groups of friends can't afford to go to it. Some of your group of friends got kids. They got jobs. They got whatever. Go to it yourself. If you have something you want to do, go do that yourself. And I have never looked back when it came to, or felt bad, when it felt bad about going to something by myself. I tried to have my group of friends come with me. Hey, let's go to this. Courtney, I can't go because what are you doing? Man, I'm on my way. Matter of fact, I'm there already. I'll talk to you later, and go enjoy yourself. And so becoming comfortable with yourself in this mental health world, it sucks because we have so much of go to therapy, go to this, go to that. At some point, all that stuff closes. You know it doesn't close? You.
I think there are two things, Jabbar, if I could jump in, that I think we got to remember, like what you're saying and what it sounds like Meth did. So first of all, I don't think you should try to do it by yourself.
Okay.
I think
you're right.
you should go see a professional, and it's no stigma.
No.
Y'all ain't got to post about everything.
Thank you.
If you
Preach
on
it,
Yelp,
dog.
you ain't got to
Preach it.
check in every single
Will you
time. Let
please
people
say
know.
that again?
Because
Please say that again.
honestly, when you're seeking out that help, don't share it with everybody, because all you're doing, you're just checking. Just go see a professional. Some people have neurotransmitter problems, and you may not know that. And I know I'm talking some. I'm not a doctor, but you wouldn't know that until you go, and then maybe there is something you got to take. I know there's like lithium. Again, I'm not a doctor, but if there's something you got to take, then fine, then you take that. People don't need to know what you're taking. It could be just a multivitamin, and they don't need. That's HIPAA. They don't need to be all up in your business.
None of your business.
And then here's the second thing, man. I think that depression is caused. It's worsened by the stress it causes itself.
Okay.
And so we kind of talked about a positive outlook.
Right.
Don't let the fact that you're already feeling down add to it, because then every negative thing that happens, you're like, oh, exactly. And it just feels like it's just more dirt being dropped on top of you. True. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to realize that that could lead to more dysfunction, that you're just going to accept a negative outlook on everything.
Yeah,
so
tough.
I get help, and then look, we all got that happy, positive friend. Spend some time with them and glean from them.
Straight up.
Like, what do you use, dog? You seem like you always on one.
Exactly.
Jabari, tell
Yes,
me
sir.
this. I don't know how much movies and stuff you watch, but there's a movie called, I think it was, I don't know if it's Best Man. So it's
The Best Man, yeah.
So there's multiples of that, right?
Yeah, there's like the Best Man Holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, then there was a series. There's like a series.
Okay,
on
so
TV.
not the series then. This is it's definitely a movie role.
Yeah.
There's a scene, and I haven't seen the whole movie, but I know that I've seen the scene a handful of times featured. And I want to say this is Chestnut. He's no. So Tay Diggs' character.
Right.
He's whatever he's going through. He's at his apartment, right? And all of a sudden there's a knock on the door. And I don't remember if there's a knock on the door and he opens and they come in, or if he got homies that have keys to his place, whatever. Nonetheless, one guy comes in, another guy comes in, and I love the scene where one guy goes and gets like chairs, sets up the table.
Right.
Another guy comes in, sets down the cards. Another guy turns on the music, and another guy has the drinks. And they say nothing. In the scene, it's such a beautiful thing because there's no words needed. Those guys came to their brother's aid, and they sat there and they played and they allowed. And a lot of us, we don't get that chance until it's too late, or if ever, to have somebody come in and say. And I think to take it a step further, let that dude be vulnerable.
Yeah.
If he has to break down, let him let him shed those thug tears. It's tough because we don't open up with each other.
Nah.
We only open up when we mad,
Yeah.
or we in lust, or something's funny. But every now and then we're going through stuff. And so thank you for pointing that out, Dap, about not being by yourself. Yeah. I find myself being by myself when it comes to being on the road and stuff because my schedule does not allow for me to have people. But I do have probably 2 friends that have that crazy midnight hour stuff where
the 2 in the studio?
What? I'm just saying, I'm trying to keep professional.
We care about you, brother.
Coworkers.
We care about you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got you.
I think about you. Jabari, I think about you all the time. I send you something every now and then, like what's
text me all the
popping.
time. Yeah,
Word.
exactly.
But you
exactly.
was talking about 2 others. You won't talk about it.
Now I got 2 more then. That's what's up.
Now I got friend envy.
Now I got
What they got that we ain't got?
to be.
now you're a friend of me.
Hey,
Now
tell them to
he's-
pull up. Tell them to pull up right now in the parking
Tell 'em
lot.
prove it.
I may not face Tyson, but I'll face them.
Prove it. It's a giraffe.
You might as well name the giraffe Tyson or something. There's no question about it.
I just think it was a beautiful scene though, and
Yeah.
I strive to have that type of relationship with my homies, but I also strive to be that for somebody else as well.
No doubt.
It's hard, bro, and you really can't do it by yourself. And I might have came off saying, do it by yourself. You do at some point have to be comfortable being by yourself.
Yes, sir.
Because the work does have to be done within. But I think it's a beautiful thing that we're comfortable now saying things like BetterHelp.com. There's all the tele-doctors and stuff like that. You
yeah.
don't have to go in person anymore. The men's clinic, there's like the men's stuff now where you can put your issue or whatever it is, you can send it off. And then they can slowly start eating away at that.
Right.
We don't have to do it by ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to do it by yourself. Shout out to Method Man. And I guess you said Fat Joe.
Yeah, Fat Joe's got a show that he's doing. I forgot where it's at, but he's on some network.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that is cool. But Fat Joe's like a professional storyteller.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's been through so much, in the game, and he has there's like a bunch of stuff that he's done, like he's been in, I think, LeBron's barbershop podcast thing that he does, and you want a story to be told about hip hop. Fat Joe's the man.
Like to hear about? Here it go.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Let's go to a call real quick. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Hey, thank you guys for answering the telephone.
Say,
Thank
man,
you.
look out, man. You know what? We got Spectrum minutes we got to use.
Yeah, man.
So don't be coming up here playing, man. What's going on, T-Bone T? How you doing?
Hey, don't tear my head off. But I wanted to ask you guys, have y'all watched that show Cheaters? And his other show, Caught in the Act.
Oh, yeah.
It came on last night,
Yeah.
Caught in the Act.
Yeah, we know about that.
Man, that show, boy, I watched it last night. Oh, man.
Really? I've not seen it. What's up? Hit me up. Let me know.
Yeah. Well, Douglas could tell you.
Well,
I mean, because caught in the act, man, this it's something like Cheaters, And, man, this other guy was messing with the other guy, girl, and all that. And, man, they wanted to get down, boy. It was good. It comes on Tuesday night.
Well, Cheaters has been around for 24. They've had 24 seasons.
Yeah.
Been a while, yeah.
So they've been doing their thing.
Yeah.
And, I like it. I mean, what we have learned, I think it started after the Shaggy song. Maybe Jabari can help me on this. It wasn't me. So,
It
okay,
wasn't
so
me.
then we're going to have to get some footage, and we're going to have to, catch you in the act. So,
Yeah.
Hey, I'm surprised you watched that. Yo, T-Bone,
Yeah, man,
what would you
I
do
watched it.
if you was caught?
What?
What you doing? What you
I
doing?
want to hear this.
Well,
You running out the
man,
back?
There's nothing I could do. Just confess, man. Say, hey, I'm sorry, And I just want to ask us, hey, what are you going to do? Are we going to stay together and try to work it out? Or are you going to go your separate ways? That's what I would do. I mean, I wouldn't make a big scene of it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If she said, okay, in order for me to feel better, I got to do me a little something too. How you feeling about that?
What you gonna do?
Well, man, I would be upset, but I wouldn't just go off the handle, man. Because it's more fish in the sea. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna let her go?
So,
Yeah.
You was holding
Yeah, I
on
mean,
to her for a
I
reason.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
well, I mean, we would talk about it. You know, we would talk about it, but I would make a scene about it, man. It's a lot more fish in the sea, you know. So because I've been through that.
But what if she's just getting her get back though? I'm saying is this isn't like a forever thing. Like, you know, you kind of had an indiscretion.
T-Bone ain't built for it.
Now she's just gonna have what's it called? What did Jada Pinkett call it?
Entanglement.
Yeah, she's gonna have an
yeah.
entanglement. T-Bone, you wouldn't let her have her own little entanglement, like period or something like that. You know?
Well, no, man. You know, I mean, I'm gonna go my separate. I'm gonna go my separate ways, man.
T-Bone, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Amen. to that.
You did it.
He trying to get him to stay away from the goose, though.
Yeah, I just
Too much
Black
goosing.
Hey,
Too much goose.
I just go my separate ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, T-Bone, you brought up a good point, man. There was a question I wanted to ask the brothers, so I'm gonna do that as soon as we get off with you. But yo, thanks for calling in, man. That's good.
Yeah, but man, you know that I'm gonna tell you that depression. If you don't watch it,
Yeah.
you know you can die from that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You can get a hold of that.
So you got to be careful because your blood pressure, your heart, and all that
Yes,
be
sir.
taking that in. So
Yes, sir.
you could die from that. So be careful of that depression.
Amen.
Amen.
to
But
that.
don't say when I hang up, Douglas, owe you Saturday. Goodbye.
Hey.
Wow.
we can
That's
talk-
how he signed
No,
off.
we can
on
talk.
you.
No, we can talk
He
some
signed
sports.
off on you.
So
like
he does
that.
call into the
He
sports
meant
show.
that.
But hey, gentlemen, he brought up a point that I was gonna ask you guys.
Yeah, before the hate that he dropped.
Yeah.
Well, he signed
What?
off with that.
What happens?
Oh my gosh.
What happens when you get a little too into the side chick?
You messing up.
Yeah, then you messing up.
You clouding your judgment.
You messing
You
up.
going too
All right.
far. You lost in the sauce.
Uh-huh.
You are being hoodwinked and bamboozled. You're being led
No.
astray.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost to what T-Bone was saying, right? So you got the side chick. You got caught with the side chick. And he was saying, well, I'm going to let the main thing go. And that's why I asked him, because you was holding on to the main thing for a reason, right?
Right.
And
Well-
they always say, keep the main thing the main thing.
Exactly. But you got to remember the thing about a relationship in this particular situation, side chick situation, you've got to, you're dealing with all the good stuff. You're dealing with all the good times.
Right.
What happens when things go wrong?
Yes, sir.
What happens when you meet their friends and the friends don't like you? What happens? What happens if something? The one thing about it is you'll know the kind of person you got when their back's against the wall.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? When
That
you're
part.
having that good time and going out and hooking up and all that.
Yeah.
When your back is against the wall, that's when you find out who you got and who you dealing with. You'd be like, okay, I just jumped from one situation to another, and there's always going to be positives and negatives in any situation. I don't care how good looking you are as a couple, how much you work together, and all of that. Every now and again, there's going to be a nail in the road, and you're going to step on. You're going to be like, how am I going to handle this?
Never
And
better.
so when that's my thing.
It's never better. I mean, the term they always use, I think, is how you got them is how you'll lose them, or how you find them and all that. And I felt like whenever you have somebody that you start off with in, I don't want to say trash, but dysfunction, we'll call it dysfunction.
Yeah.
It's almost like you already stacked the odds against yourself. Now you just doubled it because you started off on some sneaky slide stuff, and then all of a sudden it just becomes a sneaky slide stuff, or they start doing the sneaky slide stuff they're doing to the other person to
Right,
you,
right.
or you start doing it to them. And I don't know. I just you can't be surprised. I'll leave it at that. If you get with somebody and y'all was sneaking around, and all of a sudden y'all now trying to be public, and people looking at y'all like, well,
Yeah.
y'all said happy anniversary. This is a year, but you only been divorced for 7 months, Courtney.
Exactly.
You only been divorced for 6 months,
Hey.
Courtney. Y'all got a 2-year-old, but y'all only been together for a year. It's
Wait,
not-
you also you might want to have a little communication, a little open talk. Find out if the side chick wants you to be their main thing,
They normally
very
don't.
true.
because they might be the side chick times 2 squared.
They might not want
they
you
got
to
a
be
couple
around
things
full
working.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
And you messing with the hustle.
Yeah,
yeah.
I've been getting this rent paid.
right. Now you messing up my home.
yeah.
life.
My Gmail calendar only has you on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays.
Oh, not the Gmail.
Stop.
So I
Stop.
can't fit you in on the other days because this rent got to be paid every month.
You out of
So
schedule.
there's some things that we got to talk about. And stay with your main thing.
Yeah, exactly.
No, why are you here?
This works right now.
Well, I got my pillow and my cover. I thought I could crash over here tonight.
Not tonight, brother.
You gonna mess
Not
around,
tonight.
learn. You gonna
Just
find
say it.
out.
Just say it.
Exactly.
These are the items you should talk about.
Yeah.
That's very
And
true.
don't assume that the side chick wants you to come up to the majors.
This the one where she gonna be like, oh
playing
my
the minor
God,
league.
so I'm about to go to work. What you about to do?
Hey.
Oh, I figure I can stay. No.
leave him on,
Nah.
leave him on the farm team.
Nah.
Trying to leave him on the farm team.
Yeah,
not
he's
the
trying to
majors.
sneak into the majors.
Wait
Yeah,
until you
exactly.
get called up to the majors.
Ain't got called
You
up
ain't
yet.
get the call yet.
That's cold.
Exactly.
Cold world, ladies and gentlemen.
Charlemagne the God had said something, and I wanted you to, Music Man, I wanted you to be able to do this.
All right.
go.
Cool.
He said Michael Jackson is the only person in Hollywood that people conspired to take down. He's the only person who they took down, not because he did something, but because he had too much power. Imagine how powerful a black man could be when he owns majority of the music industry's publishing. He even started giving publishing back to other artists. MJ had too much power and too much control over the music industry that they had to take him out because of it. He's the only person in the entertainment industry that I actually believe they ruined his reputation to kill him. I'm not sure there's been anybody that's been important enough for a corporation to want to take down since MJ. That's from Charlemagne the God.
Yeah, and you know what? There's nothing left to say about that. There's nothing left to say. Michael Jackson grew up in the music industry. He was part of the music. He was around he was around Diana Ross. He was around Marvin Gaye. He was
Yeah.
around the Temptations. He was around Berry Gordy.
Quincy.
Quincy, yes. He learned about royalties, about publishing, what to do, what not to do, how to keep your money flowing, how to make money in your sleep, and how not to worry about it, because there's a lot of people that will get them checks in their face and forget about the IRS. They'll forget about the other family, family members, and people that want this, that, and the third. And he was uber talented. He didn't play any instruments, but he was a musician in his head. So everything he came out with was just crazy. He knew exactly what to do, what not to do, and he knew folks was after him. Dude, they're trying to sell his catalog for $600 million. Anybody who makes an investment knows that they either need to double or triple their money. So can you imagine what they're trying to make back from a $600 million catalog? That's at least 2 or 3 billion with a B on the back end later on. So
Well,
yeah, I agree with everything Charlemagne had to say.
He knew the
Everything.
game. Remember Just Lose It, released by Eminem in 2004. Remember that seemingly parodied Michael Jackson and the child sexual abuse.
Right.
So to get Eminem back, MJ
that catalog.
went and bought that catalog.
Bought his catalog.
So he got paid off of that.
He wasn't playing.
No. See, you don't be. Yeah.
That's smart.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He was.
And
he was
resources.
He's a gangster with it.
Yeah.
Very much so.
He was a
very much
gangster
so.
with it. He'd buy your catalog.
I was
Right.
curious. I'm very curious what Music Man would say about that.
Oh,
You
man,
know he
that's
got it.
That's it. Charlemagne said everything that I and anybody else would say. I mean, look at this. The doctor that was charged with his homicide, only did 4 years in prison. You mean to tell me that you were liable for killing the biggest star on the planet and you got 4 years and that's it?
Sound like somebody cooked here is what you're saying. Dang.
Yeah.
That part.
I
That part.
see that.
Exactly. Speaking of which, listen, before we go to break real quick, shout out to Gary Clark Jr.,
Yeah.
who hit the stage with Usher last night.
He killed
Man,
it.
What?
I wish I would have seen that.
Hey, I
man.
drove
would've
by. I drove by, and the ladies was looking good when I
Yeah.
drove by.
When
I could
you drove
tell.
by.
That's how I knew it was something important happening in the Moody Center, because I seen all the wonderful dress that legs was out and stuff.
Yeah.
I was driving through, but it's boots though, because it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's boots and legs out, and I said, "Oh, who's out here tonight?" I said, "I think somebody had their confessions." So
Usher, baby.
Ursa, baby.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Gary Clark, man.
Yeah, man. I think he did. You Got It Bad. I didn't go to the show. I wanted to
Wait,
go
he
to the
did
show.
this. He did the guitar
He
solo.
did that guitar solo and You Got It
Oh.
Bad. Walked out there looking like a Jedi Knight too, man. It was
Ooh,
crazy.
that's cold.
Yes, sir.
That's cold.
All right, Dub and Simply Courtney, we are cutting up. I'm not gonna turn on their mics until I'm done because they're. That's the foolishness. That's the foolishness. All right, I'll be right back to y'all. That's the foolishness that you're hearing back there. We're having a good time, man. It's Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? We are enjoying. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. All right, what are you two?
I'm just
because y'all Batman and the Robin
So
over there. So what do you want
apparently,
to
fill 'em
you
in?
probably shouldn't talk about a relationship to Courtney. So I was just trying to trumpet that I had the right one, and I was saying how I knew I had the right one is I had a girlfriend,
Right.
and I really liked her,
Right.
and I'm in a motorcycle club.
Right.
So we had a motorcycle meetup in Compton. And I said, I threw her on the bike and I took her to Compton. And then Simply Courtney said, well, why would you do that?
I just laughed. It's like you were trying to test this person. You're like vetting.
Yeah.
All right. So test number 1.
Yeah. Compton.
Green egg or red egg? Which one you want?
Hey.
Pickle pig feet. What you want? Okay.
All I can tell you, she went.
Yeah.
She blended in.
Yeah.
There may have been some cholas out there, but
Oh, yeah, you think?
but they was
You think?
but the crowd loved her. So
That's
we,
what's
you know,
up.
we was talking about when you're talking about relationships and like that side chick and I think Jabari, you said her friends may not like you.
Right.
So it's kind of to that same point though. You maybe early in a relationship, if you know where home is for you, where you feel good in your comfort zone, don't be afraid to show that person that. And let's, maybe we just get this out the way. Let's just find out if you like one that I ride this Harley in that case, and she did. And that, me and the homies, we meet up
Were you
all
in
around
Compton?
Los Angeles.
Were you in Compton regularly, or was this just one of the stops that day?
Yeah, every about 2 Saturdays a month we would have a meetup and we'd be in Compton.
Oh, so
but see, the thing is, we
go
was
ahead.
deep though. Now
I
we,
hear
I
you.
mean, look, and then the other part is, come on, man, I'm not stupid. So there,
I get you.
There could, I might have had a.
I mean, I'm just saying, I would hope so.
A couple things with me.
A Second
Look,
Amendment.
I had a Harley with saddlebags, so all I can tell you is a lot of
They wasn't empty.
There a lot of ammo potentially could be in there.
Could have not been in
An
there.
extended clip could be in there.
Could have not been in there.
These
You
things
had
could
one under the
happen.
seat. You had one under the seat, even though you was on a motorcycle.
But the more important thing is, I had the right thing. And
I got you.
so I found her.
I respect.
And
that.
I didn't have to change who I was.
I respect. I was like, man, you was putting up through the trials, man. So I'm gonna go to Disney World. I'll go. All right. So I'm about to go to the swap meet. I'll go. I'm going to Compton. I'll go. Oh, wait, what you hesitate? What's up? What you got with the problem? You gotta love me for who I am.
Yeah.
You gotta love me for. You gotta love the crust of
And
me.
where I be.
Where I be. I might be in Compton one day. You don't know.
Not only was he going to Compton, he was going to Compton with a little something on him.
It was in the
you call
motorcycle.
it the Second Amendment
Second Amendment
on a motorcycle.
on a motorcycle.
Yeah, I ain't playing with her.
That sound
I'm
like,
not playing with
that
her.
sound dangerous.
I know you need to sleep with one eye
You
open.
was
You better if you
dangerous.
mess up.
What?
If you mess up,
I
you
didn't
better
say
sleep
I
with
didn't
one eye
say
open.
she was packing.
I
No,
know,
we
but
know
if
she
you
wasn't
if you
bad.
roll with somebody that they know that you going to Compton with
thing.
something on you, you better not mess up. You can't
So-
step to the left or you better sleep with one eye
For the
open.
record, she didn't know. So
didn't
we
know.
met up at this one spot,
That boy was John Wick with it.
and then we just left.
Had it on.
And then I think she realized when a bunch of the bodegas started having bars on the windows and
Yeah.
houses had the bars. So then you know where you at. But at
Gun
that
store,
point, you
liquor
were
store,
already there.
church. Gun
Yeah.
store, liquor store, church.
Yeah, there it is.
Mark.
All going by.
Cash loan,
There it is.
Yes, sir.
liquor store,
Yes, sir.
rent to own, rent to center,
Insert crackhead that wants to come over and
squeegee man.
squeegee.
Right.
What?
Rent a tire place.
She
Rent a
knew
tire
where-
Rent a
place.
tires, man.
Definitely.
Yeah, if you in a rent a tire place, yeah.
Rent a tire, no line, not
done.
party
Again,
center with
this
monster.
thing, my thing is from Los Angeles though,
Right.
so I don't even know if.
She might have already been.
I mean,
there.
there's a couple times like this. If you want something, you know where you got to go to get it.
Sure.
Straight up.
And so maybe that edge was already off, and she was like, "Okay, chicken and waffles. Okay, that's the spot."
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you know,
what-
there's
what
certain
kind of
things you
chicken
got to
waffles
do.
you want?
Roscoe's, man.
Magic Johnson bought a bunch of areas,
Yeah, he did.
and then he changed it. But he owned some spots in some spots, and you know,
Yeah.
you at that light, you might make sure that door is locked.
Sure.
I'm just saying, I ain't stopping. Can I be real with you? I'm not stopping. I'm just going
But
to
if you
Not
were,
even a
if you were
Roscoe's?
No.
raised there though,
No.
you're raised in that
I
city.
don't care. I'm not stopping.
Okay, is there any place in Austin you don't go
Yes,
or wouldn't go?
Westlake.
Okay, then.
Thank you. I'll second that. Can I second that, please?
I'm not stopping.
I didn't
second that.
expect
If
that.
I
No,
drive
I will
through
second
Westlake, I drive 30 miles per hour. It says 35. I'm doing 30. Officer, I'm doing this 30 for you.
Yeah. I'll second that.
I'm scared. I am a concerned citizen, and I am just trying to make it home, officer.
Yeah.
I know I'm not supposed to be in y'all's neighborhood. I'm so sorry, sir. What can I do? Can I just leave now, and that way I won't even be here? It's like I was never here.
Yeah, I second that. I worked in Westlake at one of the radio stations there, man. And you want to talk about monitoring your speed limit,
Man.
For real.
You feel it, don't you?
For real.
You get over a certain crest, you be like, I think I'm just gonna go 5 minutes.
Oh
over
yeah,
the
yeah,
speed
yeah.
limit.
I got called the N-word. I was getting some gas.
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
called me
me.
the N-word as they driving by.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, listen, if I didn't need no gas, believe me,
Come on
I would
now.
not be stopping through here.
I know we're
Westlake
streaming
is not
all
my
over the
move.
world. For those who, I'm gonna tilt your geographical knowledge. If you've never been to Austin, Westlake, Texas is one of the most desirable places to live in all of Austin. Those of you, it's known for its excellent schools, excellent neighborhoods. They're safe neighborhoods. So I just want to give y'all a little
And
context.
it's also known for not having a lot of us. Let's just go ahead and put that last part in there. Not a lot of us.
they got gorgeous downtown views and
They do.
award-winning schools.
They do.
But I ain't rolling through there. If I don't have
No.
to go through there, I've
Go around it.
I've had to go through there on a few occasions, and trust me, man, I'm watching my back
Yeah.
big time. I'm not comfortable with driving. I've worked there.
I've kept going one time. I remember I needed gas, and I was like, I think I can make it over to. That's something
You on that last part of the needle
I know my
near
car.
the
Let me see what I got. Where am I going? I think I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it going. Once I get to the highway, I get to Mopac. Now I'm good.
Yep.
I've been there. I went and got gas at the place across from House Park one time, just because I would not
Really?
stop. Yes, sir.
Wow.
I was on a hope, a fume, and a dream. That was it. But I was not in the back of a
I'm
squad
gonna give these
car.
people a little more context.
Go for it.
Austin, Texas, where we're broadcasting from, people. We are in the top 10 ranking among U.S. cities with the most $1 million homes.
Yeah.
And then, a lot of them are over there in
Yeah.
Westlake.
Yeah. Eames.
Okay.
Shout out to
It's
Eames.
properly context.
Oh, they know.
I contextualized.
They could
it.
tell by the way the fear that we had in our voice when we talked about driving. Even driving in theory was scary for us. We was just talking about it like, ooh, I'm sorry, officer.
Yeah, exactly.
Respect.
I gotta
Mad
ask y'all
respect.
something for a friend.
Go for it.
If you accidentally ended up at a Diddy party before, is that bad?
I don't- man.
So I may have had some fun. I may have made some great connections there,
parties.
and now I have to take those pictures down for my social media. I mean, I'm just asking.
You gotta put
There's
the
a
time.
two-part question.
Put the time on the picture. Go back and put the time.
Yeah, put the year on the picture.
So
and
yeah, the time and the year. Be like,
Yeah.
so this was 10 p.m. and I was about to. Matter of fact, I left 5 minutes after this photo. I was on my way out the house when I was leaving. I took this picture right before I left, and if you notice, I am dry.
Asking for a friend.
one free bottle of baby oil every time you leave.
That's it. That's it. And that baby oil was mine. I brought my own, and I didn't even need it. They just told me to bring it for the slip and slide.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I would if I knew what I know now, no, I would not. Back then I would, and then I'm sure at some point there's a situation.
I just imagine we got a picture of you somewhere at a Diddy party. I'm about to go through your Instagram hard as hell right
Hey.
now. You better not have a picture.
I didn't say what friend I was asking for, Courtney.
Jabari being all white. Jabari, no, Jabari.
Hey, would
Oh, that's so wrong. That's
this-
wrong.
this-
You know you're wrong.
I mean,
right?
Diddy has to have his favorite Zumba instructor. I'm just saying.
You better stop.
Courtney, I'm just
See,
saying.
see.
Courtney, I'm just saying.
I would throw this bottle of baby oil
He
at
was
you.
teaching, he was teaching
chunk it at
Zoom
your
in the
head.
tunnels. He was teaching Zoom in the tunnels this whole time. The acoustics was good down here. That's all it was.
Every time that Zumba instructor got done, he got a complimentary back rub
Oh my God.
Man,
from Diddy saying, "Hey, you did good work." I'm good. No, take that. Take that. My guests are really happy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Nice.
Hey, hang on. Why don't you hang around for a little bit now that the Zumba class is done?
No, my class is done. I'm getting my
leaving.
music and I'm.
Let me go
I'm
get you a
stepping.
drink.
You want to wait for your payment?
Nah, you know what? Venmo, Cash App. You know the time.
That's when you know you are over a place when you don't even stick around for your cash payment. You're like, no, you can
Deuces.
invoice
Yeah,
me.
I'm
You can sell Cash
Yeah.
App. You know what? This is on the love. Bye.
Exactly. Now take that.
I'm gonna
take
right
that out
right
of him too.
Boy.
Oh my gosh. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
I'm blessed. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
As for Diddy, one thing, there was no baby oil in them bottles.
You don't think so?
Okay?
What we working with?
What
There
is
was
it?
no baby oil in the bottles because they did a check on him and come to find out that the club that he said, or Sam's Club, they don't sell it like that.
Right.
He dealt with liquid meth.
Hey,
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so now you got a mega party that costs $1 billion. You got all them freaks running around there and this, that, and the other, and the politicians and everything, including Donald Trump.
Uh-oh.
So here we have, that's what landed Diddy where he is now, you know, and that's a disgrace to New York because I'm from New York.
Oh, we can tell.
And Biggie is rolling over in his grave.
Wow.
So the thing is, that situation, I wouldn't even classify myself behind none of that.
You deleting your
Because he's
pictures
a
now?
pedophile. And then he's a disgrace to the race.
I hear you.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
All right.
Wow. I'd heard.
Okay? And for him to be that big and wearing them glamorous clothes, ain't no caviar up there where he is now.
No, it ain't.
No,
Look at
no.
it. He's all messed up right now. He's sitting up in there looking sad, and then he'll become buddies with R. Kelly in there.
So what you're saying is that concert is going to be crazy is what you're saying.
Oh,
The concert there is about to be
The
crazy
R.
is what you're
Kelly, the R.
saying.
Kelly Diddy concert.
I thought you heard it.
But it goes to show how much money and how much power that he didn't have, because once those politicians jump in and he's having to make a party, he jumps off in the pool, they not going to jump over there too because they see the shark. So what's going to happen? He jumps in, they going to watch, and then look at him now.
Yep.
He's
Exactly.
messed up.
Exactly. And
And
I always,
it's all over paying off somebody that knew his epic background, Cassidy.
right. Exactly.
I tell people,
Cassie.
I look at New Jack City. You know why? Because it shows how the fall of a king. You think the world is mine, okay?
No, it ain't.
He said that. That man was walking around. Nino was walking around in $1 billion mansion with some rock rollers and everything. And then after all that, and the engagement and the infiltrate and everything, he was laying up there with a bunch of whatnots in a hotel room and still going down. So I take to people that is out there in the industry, don't be no fool. If you got money, sit back, relax, and let it be.
Yeah.
If the politicians run up in there, let them run up in there. But in the long run, the power that he had was given to him because he just had talent.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. And I said that on the last show there, but that nobody, when all three of us were up here, I said the kind of power he had, that doesn't, because he didn't start that. He started a label, but he started a label with someone else's assistance. And that kind of power to be able to do some of the things he did and get away with it, the only way you have that kind of power to avoid that kind of legal entanglement is if somebody gives it to you. Period.
Right? Exactly.
So you said exactly
Everybody
what I was thinking.
that's in the industry was given to them. Somebody seen their talent and they ran in there and they said, "Okay, we're gonna do this for you. We're gonna do that for you. Okay, we're gonna do this. Where do I sign?"
Yep.
You know, if you're gonna sign on the dotted line, do as you have to do to keep that signed line signed.
Yep.
Because soon as you do something wrong and them politicians hear about it, and it only take one person to knock you down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
And
it
I
definitely did.
you brothers have a blessed day.
All right, you too, man. Thank you for calling in. All right, peace.
so I'm always curious on bandwagonism, and I believe that's where we are with Diddy, though. Real talk.
Absolutely.
But to his point, life imitates art. Y'all ever heard that saying?
Yes, sir.
Look, name another genre of music that glorifies pimping, hoeing,
No.
sticking up people of your own kind, robbing hard, everyday working people, and glorifying it. Jacking a fool who may be walking with his girl, but you like his chain. I mean, so
You're right.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, all of that is put to a catchy little beat, and everybody buys it up.
Right.
And I guess at some point, you start to observe real events or behavior within yourself that can resemble that art. You're inspired by the art that you make. You make so many videos, you make so many events where you could just say to yourself, you know what? I could throw a party like this in real life, just like I did on that video.
Mm-hmm.
I could have Donald Trump rolling through. I could have Mariah Carey rolling through.
Right.
I could have Aerosmith coming through, like, and then you do it,
Right.
Yep.
and
Exactly.
then everyone's talking about it, and now you're drunk with that power, and you're like, man, let me do it again.
Well, the reality and the fantasy, they blend, they overlap, and then fantasy never ends.
Yeah.
And so you're able to just continually do stuff. It's like the parties when they don't have a end, like there's certain places where like they can have a party, or they have I guess it'd be a club or a celebration.
Yeah.
And it doesn't end. And so
Yeah.
they're like, well, when do people leave? They just don't. They just continually party until they pass out, whatever, you know.
Yep, exactly.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you have a cleaning crew. If you, I'll put the cleaning crew in quotations because somebody do something wrong, somebody does something that something happens that is could be a legal problem, and you have somebody who's able to handle that, take care of it. Life goes on, and next thing you know, you're back to screaming, take that.
I knew this was coming. My friend who I was asking the question about is a Zumba instructor, and he said when the baby oil come out, you got to tell him no.
You got to tell
he
him
can't
no?
teach the Zumba classes with baby oil all over the floor.
Oh,
So
right.
he says he's got to get it in before it gets slippery out there.
That's real.
Yeah,
man. That's wise words.
That's that person.
That's really wise
There's
words.
nobody
man.
you know.
Nobody I
nobody
know.
in this.
You know
It
what?
sounded profound, though. I'm
It's
just
just-
saying.
It was profound, and we're gonna profoundly take a break before I smack you with a bottle of baby oil. This up. So what's up, fellas?
Man.
Just about out of here.
I got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
What are the signs that a person hasn't grown up yet?
Define grown up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to influence your answer.
Oh,
but
fair.
they come off as a person that most people would not consider adultish, acting in an adult manner.
I'll say somebody that keeps on starting fights.
I like that.
Somebody that can't hold their liquor. Somebody keeps starting fights.
Yeah.
I would say somebody that probably is having a really, really hard time keeping up with their bills, or trying to keep up with it. I mean, there's a lot of that's probably a gray area because I know there are a lot of folks that are having hard times economically. I would definitely say somebody that hasn't I would always also say that somebody who needs to make peace with somebody else, but they won't. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like sometimes when you're in an argument with somebody or there's an issue, sometimes all somebody wants to hear is a thank you or I'm sorry or something like that. And there are people that just won't cross that line.
Yeah.
They just won't go over. So
So Courtney, if there was a lady and you had to tell your boys, man, I can't be with her. Like we was just talking off air
Right.
about if we were just to say because of her age, let's say she's 22, 21,
Yeah.
but you said that. What do you
Right.
think some of the reasons would be why you would say that about her?
Oh, I don't know. I think for me is the conflict resolution, kind of piggybacking off what Jabari said. If they can't handle conflict without it becoming the world's most dastardly thing ever, I'm good. Like I need you to be able to handle conflict and then still be able to handle life afterwards.
Yep.
I don't need you to be on some, well, I gotta go home now. Why? Because I'm mad. Like I get it. I get it. I've been in that situation before where I've been like, you know what? The energy's off or my vibe is wrong. Let me get out of here. But that can't be a consistent thing every day.
Yeah.
Pick a day.
Yeah.
Pick a day, and that's your day to say, you know what, F it all. But not every day. Not every time I'm dealing with you. If I can predict that you're always gonna have a problem, I'm just gonna be like, let me just not. You know?
yeah,
That's there, and I have a few, I'll call it colleagues that are like that, unfortunately, in comedy, to where I know there's almost always, there's gonna be a problem. And I just rather just skirt by it instead.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you, Jabari.
all right.
Somebody presented something to me, and I don't really know how to answer this. So I just want to say, if they give you $200 million, but your sister got to go to jail for a year, what you doing?
I'm sending my sister to jail. I will send my sister to jail now.
You were supposed
know,
to hesitate.
No, I'm too pissed. I am so pissed off at my sister right now, man. I don't want. I am so upset with her. on something else.
Yeah.
Okay. No, if that was the case, sis is sitting in jail.
It's just
I'm
a
not
year,
even
right?
hesitating. I'm not even hesitating.
It's just a year.
No.
I mean, that's all it is.
No.
My
That's cool.
sister's probably listening, and I think even she would be like, "Nah, I'll be good. Let me do my time.
Yeah.
Keep the commissary paid up.
Yeah.
And then you let me hold a little something when I get out.
Yeah.
But 200 million, I bet my sister do that hard time
200 million?
easily.
200 million, I do it myself.
My sister, a good reverend doctor anyway, she'd probably be church house Susie is what her
Yes,
name
sir.
would be when she up in there. Everybody call her preacher woman.
Nice, nice.
So we're in agreement.
Yeah.
Our sisters got to do that time.
Oh, mine's doing that time. Man, please, I'll put my sister in jail for a Happy Meal. Right about now. Right about now. Anyway, go ahead.
If you're asleep and someone startles you to wake you up just for a laugh, and you punch them because you're startled,
Right.
are you in the wrong?
That's a gray area. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say, because normally if you're startled like that and you're asleep,
Yeah.
no, that's you kind of getting you asked for that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because you
kinda
play
asked
too
for
much.
Exactly.
Courtney finds it funny. What are you
Yeah,
saying?
kinda
They
asked for that.
deserved it.
Well,
Don't
there
you
go.
start on me.
I mean,
Yeah.
you wanted to laugh. Ha ha.
You wanted a reaction.
Yeah, exactly.
You wanted a reaction.
Exactly.
You got a reaction. You might not got the reaction you wanted, but you got a reaction,
You got
all
it.
right?
Yep.
Oh my goodness! I think of what was it? A woman did the water thing to me. I was in sleep, but I was nodding off, and she took a cold towel and put it on my back. I was seeing red for about 5 seconds. I was like, "Urgh." You ever just be you're putting your like they do those. There's a prank where the kid is talking to the mom, and then the kid says something disrespectful, like "all right then" or something ignorant, you know. And then they look at the dad, and the dad's like, "What you say?"
Oh, yeah.
And they say it's just a prank. But you know, I love watching the dad because
Yes.
for about 10 more seconds, he still got that fury in him.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
It was a prank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, now go back to just doing what you're doing, Dad.
Stop the pranks.
No, man, you got my blood pressure boiling, dude.
Stop the
You
pranks.
startled me in my sleep, man. I might wake up screaming.
Exactly. Let's go. Let's take the phone call real quick. Good morning, caller. How you doing?
Good morning, KAVI.
Oh.
You know who that is. Hit it, fellas.
The beast from the east. Bring them air horns in. She is in the building.
What's up, sis? How are you?
Hey, it's a good day. I was calling because I said I was going to listen in today, just enjoy, the radio vibe since all three kings are there,
thank
today.
you.
And but then the troublemaker, the mouth of the South.
I wonder who she's talking about.
I have no idea. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mhm. I don't like that last question he asked
Wait.
about. For $200 million, would you send your sister to jail?
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't hear nobody talking about breaking the sister off. How much money is she getting out of the
Oh
deal?
yeah. No, I did say it. Maybe you was dialing because you sound like you dialed up quick.
Oh.
I said I think my sister would tell me, "Hey, I'll be all right. Just break me off a little something on the end." I did say that, so that's what I think. I think she'd be like, "Man, let's get this money. I could do a year.
Right.
I think that's what she would say. I could be wrong, but I think she might be like, "Man, 200. How much am I getting? What we doing here?"
Exactly. And if I may chime in, DL, my sister literally owes me $150,000.
Oh my
so no,
God.
she ain't going nowhere. She's sitting down. It's bread and water and a Bible, and that's all she's getting from me. And I stand on that 10 toes up, straight up, 150 G's. So yeah, no, she gets nothing. Nothing.
So,
She ain't getting no
Wait a minute.
visitation.
Nathaniel.
No.
She ain't getting nothing.
Nothing.
No visitation.
so wait a minute. So while she's in jail, she's gonna be running the missionary services up in there, Bible study, adult learning. She's gonna be doing all those classes.
Yes, she better get right with Jesus. She better get right with Jesus for real, because she ain't right with me right about now. I promise you that. I'm trying not to air my dirty laundry, because I really don't do that on Facebook, and I certainly don't do that on the air. But I'm telling you right now, DL, as sure as I'm black and sitting up here running this music, my sister owes me 150 G's and a house.
Don't mess with the money.
Okay. and the house.
I feel like we just go to music after that.
Which song? Money, 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 money.
No, something not money.
What about?
Why can't we be
What you
Not the
won't
old school,
do,
though. See,
do
that's
for love.
right?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm about to say, Jabari, I'm sending you hugs through the air right now. Here you go, baby.
Thank
Here
you.
go. It's
Thank
gonna
you,
be
sweetheart.
okay. It's
I
gonna be
appreciate
okay.
He gonna play Tupac, hit him up.
Woo, I'm gonna put that on repeat.
I thought it was gonna be James Brown Payback.
Oh my goodness.
Ooh, yeah.
The big thing.
The big payback.
DL, did you hear the other question?
Yo.
What are the signs that a person hasn't grown up yet?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Oh, I got a couple of them.
Okay.
Right. When you go out to eat with them, they don't want to pay.
Okay. That's
Yep.
good. That's one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yep.
Certain movies, they talk too much because there's certain movies you just don't talk at all. You talk afterwards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. I like
because
that.
doing Transformers, I need you to shut up. We will discuss this afterwards.
Wow, not Transformers though.
Oh, see,
Come
DL,
on.
that's why we rock with you. I haven't gone to see Transformers 1 yet, though. I'm slipping.
Ooh, bad. No.
I know. I'm gonna get there. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
get
gotta
there.
catch up. You need some catching up, son.
Okay, we was a little curious. Let's just say I knew somebody and they may have accidentally ended up at a Diddy party. Is that bad? And then the second part is, does that mean they need to take all their pictures down from social media at that party?
Okay. Glad it was a two-part question. Because one, I ain't admitting I know anybody that went to a Diddy party.
Well, it's nice knowing
I
you.
didn't. You
Oh,
right.
dang.
The cutoff game. My cutoff game is strong.
Nice.
I have no problem.
Nice.
And two, if you still dumb enough to have your pictures up,
Yeah.
let me know who you want to be in charge of your affairs, because you're going down everybody on that ship, that boat, that motorcycle, that scooter, that elevator.
Yeah.
Wow.
I guarantee you can't find the gardener. You ain't going to find the cook. You ain't going to find the maid. You ain't going to find none of those people, because they gone.
They all out.
They all out. They like, hold on, we ain't testifying on nothing. We gone. But anybody else that still got them pictures up,
That's
may the
crazy.
Lord be with you.
Okay, that's crazy. It's such a crazy situation, because the thing about it is, and I know that everybody says, okay, well, anybody that went to a Diddy party probably participated in something crazy. I don't necessarily believe that. Now, I think there are some folks that did that, and one of the things about it, DL, is that the whole thing is like, okay, you're an adult. You're an adult. You're going to do whatever you want to do at some point. I think the biggest thing that most people are not focusing on is the fact that there were probably children underage that were trafficked. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of illegal stuff going on. It's not illegal to go wild in your own house, right? If you want to do that, then cool. But there's a lot of illegal stuff that he's been attached to that I think people all of a sudden are forgetting about. You know what I mean? Or maybe don't talk about enough.
That's true, but I look at it like this. It's a reason that Denzel Washington left 30 minutes before Diddy arrived.
Okay, well, that part.
Famous. Yeah, that's the most famous party exit I've ever seen. That's been covered a few times.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
DL, I got to ask you one last one before you go. Was I wrong for taking my little hottie to Compton? Let me impress you. If somebody was like, hey, we going out and we going to hang out, and y'all end up in Hillside Court or Broad Rock, check that out. Check that out. I know about some places in RVA. You all right with that, or am I in the wrong?
I'm cool. No, I'm good. I'm the one that be like, I'm the type of person that I'm gonna go out on a date, and to see what type of man he is, I'm gonna pick those ratchet places first.
Oh,
Because they normally have the best food.
Best food, yep.
That's fair.
yeah. See
That's
what
fair.
I mean?
That's fair.
Roscoe's.
Talk about
I'm going
it.
to Roscoe's.
Yeah.
See, and then I'm gonna be wondering whether or not I'm gonna see when we get out the vehicle whether or not he's strapped up. You know, he's grabbing his, because I already have mine in my bag.
Oh, that has made my back pop.
America.
Click. That was awesome. That was so calm and subtle. Let's see if he's strapped up, because I already got mine. Let's see if he got
Are we sure you ain't from Texas?
Right.
Right. No, so I'm straight Southern Belle here, Southern Belle.
He playing with DL, man. We playing with DL up in here.
No, I'm
Oh
good.
my God.
So what happens if he doesn't have his? That is a question now. I want to know.
He gonna hide behind you?
Is that a list? Is that already like a flag? Like it's a red flag right there?
It's a red flag
I get it.
because I'm gonna be watching how he walks in, whether or not again he's 10 toes down.
Yeah.
You know, because maybe he might have it on his ankle. He might be carrying there.
Okay.
Because I could lie. I could be like, yeah, I got mine on me. Yeah, I do. Wink, wink. I don't want to brandish it, but I got it too.
Yeah,
Wink, wink.
yeah.
Yep.
You gonna make him prove it?
Oh yeah, because again, when he walks, either that left or that right gonna be a little unstable there.
That's true. That's true.
She's
Depending on
like-
what he's carrying.
She said, "Yeah, that's what I'm saying." She like, "What's your caliber?"
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you ain't bringing enough.
right.
A 380.
He gonna be down with me and be saying, I got a 44. Yeah, that's why I
He
got. I
think
got
he James
55.
Bond with the little I Spy gun. That's cute.
I got an 11.
Exactly. DL, thanks for calling in, man. Good to hear you.
Thanks, DL.
Hey, you too, y'all be blessed.
All
Later.
right, you too. Peace. All right, fellas, it's just about time for us to get on out of here. The professor's coming up next. Any last words of wisdom and all of that as we wrap up?
I'm gonna say, people, don't get extra. Let me explain that to you. It is too early for Christmas decorations. Just because there may be a store, just because there may be a sale, doesn't mean that you gotta jump to it. Don't be extra. We got Halloween. We got indigenous people celebrating that they tolerated some people coming over on the Mayflower.
Well done. Well done.
But just don't wait until after you finish your November holiday. I'm gonna just put it at that.
Exactly.
This
What you got?
have a good week, man. That's all I got right now. I think shout out to my kiddos, and I ain't got nothing else, man. I'm just hanging.
Ain't nothing wrong.
No, I
Cool.
sometimes ask stuff, sometimes I don't.
I hear you. All right. Well, yeah, I don't think I have anything other than just communicate with your family. Treat your family better, man, because
Yeah.
I've lost at least 3 friends in the last couple of years, man, and it's been really, really tough to try and not only that, a lot of the folks that I listened to, growing up, and it's just been tough, man. So communicate with your folks, man. Treat your folks right. Don't get into this thing of trying to take stuff from people, man. It's just ugly. Sit down, talk about things, especially if you're talking about, inheritances or anything like that, man. Please sit down with your family and talk about it, because I'm telling you, the money will come and go. Family stays forever. All right.